Direct service nonprofit organizations have become increasingly important in addressing emerging social issues such as inequality, oppression, discrimination, and social exclusion within local communities. While we often think about nonprofits tackling these issues through political advocacy, the social innovation model shows us that nonprofits can create social change by developing new programs to address unmet needs, or by adapting and improving practices to lead to better outcomes. Two important forces that can facilitate or impede your nonprofit's ability to create social change are the structure and relationships that underlie your organization's funding and your collaborative efforts with other organizations in the sector. Research by Michael Shire and Famita Handy provides a deeper understanding of ways that collaboration and funding can meaningfully impact your nonprofit's engagement in social innovation. Shire and Handy surveyed over 200 human service nonprofits in Alberta, Canada, investigating the relationships between nonprofits' funding structures and their engagement in social innovation. They found that organizations with more financial and human resources were more likely to engage in socially innovative activities. However, not all funding sources are made equal. Follow-up interviews with nonprofit leaders revealed 4 critical questions that you can ask about the funding in your own organization. Question number 1. How flexible is your funding? Do your funding sources limit your ability to engage in social innovation? Many nonprofits revealed that highly specific government contracts, grants, or even private philanthropy restricted their organization's activities as it required all funds to be used for highly particular purposes. In the face of this challenge, your nonprofit might strategically apply for special project funding to support your wider social mission, or create a social enterprise to provide independent financial resources. Question number 2. How interested are your funders in your socially innovative efforts? Are your funders engaged in your organization's bold and innovative vision? Funders are not always interested in supporting social innovation programs. This can hold back your nonprofit from embarking on new endeavors. One way to address this barrier is to evaluate your organization's impact in the community to justify your cause to funders. You could also demonstrate the value of your mission by engaging potential funders in your activities, offering opportunities for one-off volunteership so funders can see firsthand the impact of your work. Question number 3. How secure is your organization's funding? Are staff at your nonprofit afraid to speak out or be ambitious for fear of jeopardizing key funding sources? This is often the case for organizations that rely heavily on government funding, as they are wary about calling out the limitations or issues they see in the government departments that support them. If this is true for your organization, one potential solution is to focus on internal, process-based innovations. For example, implementing a framework of self-advocacy that moves users from being passive recipients of services to empowered individuals who decide what supports are applicable for themselves. Question number 4. Is your funding sufficient to support your social innovation needs? Does your nonprofit have a team devoted to innovation projects? Or are most new initiatives done off the side of someone's desk? Many nonprofits don't have the resources to hire a new staff whenever an innovative idea emerges, and the lack of available personnel can limit the organization's ability to follow through. You might overcome this challenge by finding additional means of financial support, or perhaps by reallocating resources to allow staff to spend time on these initiatives. Another key facilitator of social innovation is the strength and quality of your nonprofit's collaborations with other organizations. Collaboration refers to relationships among organizations that are developed to solve problems. Shire and Handy found that 3 important aspects of collaboration were associated with a greater amount of innovative initiatives. Question number 1. How much collaborative work does your nonprofit engage in? How many collaborative partners do you work with? Cultivating numerous collaborative arrangements can help organizations build capacity, providing opportunities to gather information on emerging issues, advance concerns of service users, or pool resources to take on large-scale projects. For example, one organization explained, "Collaboration helped us to bring players around the table who can then take pieces of the issue or problem that we identified and they can make it happen." Question number 2. How much interconnectivity exists between your nonprofit and your collaborators? How deep are your collaborative partnerships? Collaborations can range from one-off projects to long-lasting interconnected relationships. Greater levels of engagement with a partner organization can help both parties to identify common causes and align goals around a social or programmatic issue. This can enable you and your collaborators to focus your efforts to respond to larger community issues that may affect multiple sectors. Question number 3. How positive are the relationships between your organization and those that you collaborate with? While we tend to think that working together is always positive, problematic working relationships between collaborators can lead them to become less involved in collaborative innovation. By thinking critically about collaboration and funding, you can have a major impact on your organization's engagement in socially innovative activities.